Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at 10 amazing tank mates for these beautiful fish here called the honey gouramis, so stay tuned. So if you want to go to the video, then skip to this timestamp right here. But I'm just going to tell you, you can probably see I'm out here. Why am I talking out here and not in my bedroom? Well, I've decided, I think you'd want to see the nature behind me and not my fish tank with all the really bad lights inside. So from now on, I'm going to be filming outside, talking about fish, and then showing you clips of fish just up on the screen, just like that. And there's an update on the pond right there. But yeah, I just thought it's much more appealing. Plus, which one would I rather? Going inside on my bed in a messy area, really bad lighting, and not very pleasant features in the area, or I can be outside in the nature where I love to be, and where there's the really good lighting as well as appealing visuals in the background. So I've decided we're going to film outside. I'm not just going to be here, this is my backyard, but I'm also going to be in plenty other little locations nearby near the nature. So let's dive straight into it. First up are the white tip tetras, a cool little tetra. They're really good at schooling. They're not that common in the aquarium hobby. You might find them at lots of pet stores, but not many people will take them in. That's because they seem to be not the most colorful fish out there, and people prefer to get more active and colorful fish. Started keeping them, and they are gorgeous, gorgeous fish. They're very cute, great personalities. It's super fun watching them swim around. They do a great job at schooling, but what I also like about how they school is that they also scatter around at times. They're just a bigger tetra. They'll grow to about 7 centimeters. So yeah, they'll bring a lot more, like they'll be a bit bigger in the aquarium, which is what I like about it. You can keep the pH from 6.0 all the way up to 8.0. They do prefer the lower pHs though. They are peaceful. They'll definitely be able to go with the honey gouramis. I've had lots of success keeping them together, keeping the temperatures from 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. Your white tip tetras should be very happy and proud of you. The next one is the Bristlenose plecos, a little cool little pleco. In fact, it's the smallest pleco you'll find out there. They're really cool little fish. I love them. They do have these little bristles on their noses, hence the name Bristlenose. I have one in my 90 liter that I'm currently keeping with my honey gouramis. The reason why they're great tank mates is because the Bristlenose plecos are always on the ground, and then honey gouramis are 98% of the time up in the surface or middle area of the aquarium. So even if the Bristlenose plecos were aggressive, they wouldn't be able to get to the honey gouramis, or they wouldn't try bothering it. So you shouldn't be too worried about keeping them together. They prefer 7.0 to 8.0. They'll grow to a maximum of 10 centimeters, so very small for plecos. You'll see lots of plecos out there, a lot bigger, that grow this big. It's crazy, but these fish can go in a minimum tank size of 20 gallons. Well, 30 gallons is preferred, but I've had success in 20 gallons. 30 gallons if you are going to keep a school though. They do like to be in groups, but they also do fine by themselves. And they're just another great little tank mate that will bring some more action in the aquarium, and they're actually great algae eaters, so they'll eat some of that algae on the glass. This next one is another schooling tetra called the Cardinal tetra. It's one of my favorite tetras actually. They're a lot more hardier than the neon tetras that you might see. They do really well with the honey gouramis. They won't bother them at all, but when you have a school of Cardinal tetras in an aquarium, people who visit your house and see your aquarium, they always get mind blown if they've never seen the Cardinal tetras before. They got that amazing neon blue stripe that really stands out in aquariums, especially in schools, as they'll show their best coloration. And keeping the water pH really low, all the way down to 5.0, they will be really happy, and they show their best coloration in black water. So I've kept neon tetras in black water, and it seems to go down really well. So definitely recommend, if you want to get the best coloration, you want to breed them, keep them in black water, which is basically a green tea looking water. It makes it a bit brown, but then it kind of gives that wild side to it. Cardinal tetras are very hardy, and they will only grow to about 4 centimeters, so very small. So you can keep them in 10 gallons or more, although I prefer 20 gallons, as you will need a school of 6 or more, so they'll be happy and lots of room for them to swim around. Next up are the Guppies, another amazing little aquarium fish. They're one of the most popular aquarium fish out there though. Not many people treat them right, so make sure you keep them in a tank of 10 gallons or more. No bowls, I'm sorry, they won't be happy at all. They breed like crazy as they're live bearers and they give birth to live young. All you need to do is get a male and a female, boom, you're gonna get babies within a month or so. I'm serious. So they don't actually lay eggs, these fish. As I said, they give birth to live young, kind of like a mammal fish, as I like to call it. They're very hardy fish, keep the pH from 7.0 to 8.0. They prefer the harder water and temperatures from 22 to 28 degrees Celsius. People have had success in 18 degrees and even a bit under, but they prefer to be in much warmer temperatures. They'll show the best coloration in that too. They are very peaceful. They'll hang out in the upper part of the aquarium, but they'll go throughout the whole aquarium depending where food is. They'll always be hungry. They've got amazing personalities. They get along super well with the honey gouramis. I always love watching the guppies and honey gouramis socializing together. It's a really fun thing to watch. So definitely consider getting guppies, and you want a bit of spazzy color in that aquarium. Now I just moved my honey gourami into the 90-liter aquarium, and I have a zebra danio in there, and I've seen zebra danio doesn't bother the honey gourami at all. Normally zebra danio would bother any single fish I put into the aquarium with it, but not the honey gouramis. They don't seem to be that appealing to the zebra danio, so leave it alone. Zebra danios are schooling fish, so keep them in a school of 4 or more, but I've had success at keeping only one by itself in an aquarium. Just as long as you have other fast-moving fish in the aquarium, or other fish in general, should be fine. If you do have a little bit of nipping in the aquarium when keeping 1 or 2 zebra danios, get a few more and see how that goes. Still going really bad, the more the merrier. Keep the pH from 7.0 to 8.0, temperatures from 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. They can actually live inside without a heater. They do bring a lot more action to the aquarium. You'll see them moving constantly. I mean, they don't stop moving because they are such a fast aquarium fish. Long fins are my favorite, but there's plenty of varieties out there and a lot to choose from. Next up are the corydoras catfish, another amazing little aquarium fish you'll find at most pet stores. They only grow to about this long, which is 4 centimeters, but there are many varieties out there. Today I'm going to choose bronze corydoras catfish, as this is the one I've had success with. They actually do not bother the gouramis at all. They don't bother any fish. They are super peaceful, great community fish. You'll see them scavenging for food in the substrate all day long and all night long. So they're another little pleasant aquarium fish to watch when you're getting a bit bored at watching slow fish moving around. They do a good job at getting all those food scraps in the substrate as well. The specific bronze corydoras can go on a minimum tank size of all the way down to 10 gallons. They do like to be in schools though, so keep them in 5 or more, but if you're getting a different type of corydoras catfish, some like to be in schools, some don't, so do your research specifically on that specific corydoras catfish before you do consider buying it. They're very cheap too because they're widely bred in the aquarium store, so you should even find them at pet stores too. Definitely the bronze corydoras are one of the most common out there, and they are another small little aquarium fish, perfect for keeping with honey gouramis. Number 7 is one of my favorite aquarium fish out there, the Platy fish. Yes, I love them. You'll find them at many pet stores. They're just as common as guppies. There's many different color varieties out there, and they're all colorful, and it's just insane how they're so cheap for such a beautiful fish. Of course, they're live bearers as well. They give birth to live young and breed every month if you put a male and female together, but definitely have a ratio from 1 male to 2 female. Have it double the amount of females as there are males if you're considering breeding them. If you don't want to breed them, then don't worry, just get some males or get some females. They are both colorful in the same way, so you don't really worry about it, whereas guppies are a bit different. Females seem to be less colorful than the males, so normally people will pick the males. But platies are very hardy once again. Keep the pHs from 7.0 to 8.0. They love the hard water. The temperatures from 22 to 28 degrees Celsius once again. Oh geez, look at that spider. See, that's the beauty of filming out here. You find all this beautiful nature. If you can't see, there's a spider right there, but man, it's really pretty. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the platy fish. They are just another great addition to the aquarium. They'll pop out that color. Ask Roger from Australia, he'll definitely say it in those words. And just another amazing, one of my favorite tank mates for the honey gouramis. Now this next one is probably not something you'd find on a list. So I like to keep my lists as unique as possible. Are the German blue Ram Cichlids. German blue Ram Cichlids are fairly common / rare. They're just not the most common fish you find at a pet store. Definitely local fish stores, as they're fairly easy to breed. If you want to know so much about the German blue Ram Cichlids, go to Benny's Aquatics. The link is below, because he is all about Ram Cichlids. The Ram Cichlids are very small. They're very colorful. The males will have a plain dot on their side, whereas the females, their dot on their side will have a little bit of blue speckling coming off it, and the females will have the purpley pink bellies, so that's an easy way you can tell if you want to breed them. But keep the pHs once again from 6.0 to 7.5. They actually love the softer water, so you just put in some drift water, lower the pH. You'll need a minimum tank size of 10 gallons, or actually 20 gallons is preferred. I actually kept them in 5 gallons, but that can only be for temporary reasons. So yeah, just when you get them from a pet store, if you want to get a breeding pair, you'll have to accept sometimes you might get same genders. That's what happened to me. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But overall, another aquarium fish that Benny Aquatics knows all about. Another unusual, expensive aquarium fish. So yeah, these fish are a bit more on the expensive side. They're called the Forktail blue-eye rainbow fish. They're a really gorgeous little rainbow fish, a great starter. They kind of have yellow coming off their fins, and their pectoral fins will kind of be fork-shaped like that, as well as their tails. It's just fascinating to watch. They're very fast fish, so they can get away from big predators. If you're considering about the pricings, I actually got them for about $20 Australian. Yes, I know, pretty expensive for me, maybe not for you if you've kept really expensive fish. Forktail blue eyes, they are very small. They'll grow to about 3 to 4 centimeters, but you do need to have a minimum tank size of 20 gallons because they need lots of room to swim around, and they like to be in schools of 3 or more. So do consider that. I can't really tell you much more about these fish, but they're a beautiful little rainbow fish, perfect for beginners and perfect with honey gouramis. Now last but certainly not least are the neon tetras. Of course, everyone keeps neon tetras. They're beautiful, right? They look exactly like the Cardinal tetras. How do I tell the difference? I don't know how many times I've explained this on the channel, but to tell neon tetras and Cardinal tetras, this is a photo here, they'll have red going all across the side of their body, whereas with neons, it will kind of stop halfway past the body, and it will be white silvery all across the rest. You can get all sorts of neon tetras, like green neon tetras, black neon tetras, standard neon tetras, jumbo neon tetras. But I recommend the standard neon tetras. They do have a bit of a weak genetic, so just keep up with the water changes about once a week. 50% is fine. They do like the softer water once again, and they love black water. They grow very small, only to 4 centimeters, a few centimeters smaller than the Cardinal tetras. So think about that. They do really well with the honey gouramis. They won't bother them at all, just like the Cardinals. So good luck with all your honey gourami tank mates, and I hope you have lots of success at keeping them together. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that being said, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.